Brian, how about you at DIA? I know there's a lot of activity going on over there. What's the top priority for you all?
So for us, everything with AI/ML begins and ends with data. So when we talk about projects that we're going to take on and take forward, the first question and the last question is data. What data do we have available? What data do we need to get? How do we need to store it? How do we need to enrich it and prepare it for whatever the mission area is? So one of the things that we are pioneering, I'll say, but we've been doing it since the end of World War II, which is creating gold copy standards for our data. So when our data comes into our enterprise, it does not change. We instead enrich that with metadata. So we ensure that we know when it was taken, who took it, the fidelity and provenance of that data, and then hash it so we know when it changes at the origination point. And by doing all that, we can then enable our data scientists to have a copy that they know is inviolate and has a pedigree behind it, and they can use that any way that they choose for their given project that they're working on. That's a marked change from where we have seen folks in sister organizations and our own, where they just go back to the well and pull that data back every time. Well, that's costly, and there are changes in that data set that probably are worth noting, especially as Melissa was indicating, that we have to think about what our adversaries are doing in this environment. It is a dynamic combat environment from our view. So we believe that our adversaries, if they're not already, they will soon move into that space and start to pollute data sets and also try to manipulate our AI algorithms so that they shape our perceptions. So we have already prepared for that future, and we are insulating ourselves from that risk.